Betty Hollins, Carolyn, Earl, and Dolly. On the trio, Miss Aretha. Your mother
developed. I mean, even as you told the story, I just thought.
God said, no, I prepared for you to read this a long time ago, amen?
For too long.
Possible that you can find in your heart.
What's going on?
These mountains will fall at a single word. In your name, in your strength, I'm more than a conqueror. Given the spirit of
Oh yeah, it's my jam right
power of love, the power of love. Everything I've been fighting against, I'm gonna lift it up. I wanna be fearless. No holding back, no backing down. Fearless, because I believe you're with me now. Bring on the unknown. Lead me and I'll go. Come set me free. God, I wanna be fearless. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I'll call on your name. I'll walk out in faith. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I'll call on your name and I'll walk out in faith. I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. I'll call on your name and I'll walk out in faith. I'm gonna be free.
Yeah, I got some stuff to talk about. Give me a few minutes. I know some people asking, what are you doing? Well, you're probably thinking that. I'm gonna get rolling first. What's going on, fam? I decided to do a little different today, you know. Hold on. Yeah, I decided to do a little different today, so I wanted to go live. Number one thing, man, shout out to all my subscribers. And if you can hear me, say, let me know if you can hear me. Say I hear you loud and clear or something. You know, let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. Man, I'm excited because it seems like, man, people call me and they be like, man, I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity. Well, I feel like I am a celebrity because you guys calling me and stuff, man. You know? Of course, I like to help people also. But I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about today since this seems to be one of the main things that people always asking me. And so I decided, hey, look, let me go ahead and talk about this. And also, if you don't know, what I'm gonna do, if you guys have questions or anything, make sure you send your questions in. Email me at Cawthron Logistics or drop them down below. CawthronLogistics@gmail.com. That's COTHRAN Logistics@gmail.com. And if you was in the Army or the military, it's Charlie What is O in the military? What is O in the military? Octopus. Well, let me say it my way. Charlie, Octopus, Tango, Henry, Rhinoceros, Animal, 9, Con3Logistics@gmail.com. If you got any questions and you want questions, guess what? I'm gonna start answering questions by doing video. And so I stay on the phone with people a long time. Like I've been on the phone with a lot of people this week, just from videos. People want to know information because I put my phone number out there, and people text me and different things like that. So, and I'm so glad and honored to help different people. That's wanting to become truck drivers, that's wanting to become an investor, to where they want to become a fleet owner. And so I'm helping all types of people. Some people, and a lot of our conversations, a lot of the conversations that we have, it ends up talking about one thing, but then it's good to I like talking to people about business, and it just does something to me. It makes me feel supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then a lot of times I get to help people at the same time, more than just, I'm helping people more than just, I'm helping people more than just with a physical or business aspect, helping people with, spiritually also. And so, being able to help people spiritually, that's a good thing also, man, because you can have all the money in the world, and you can be satisfied with, all the money in the world. You can have elegant business and businesses that do like millions of dollars a year, and you can still be empty on the inside. I don't want to be. I'm not one of those guys that go around and talk to. I don't have 100 girlfriends in different states. Like I'm not that guy. And so I do. I like to share with people, and be transparent with people also about the different struggles you may have while being out here on the road, and different things that you may go through while being out here on the road, because a lot of people, they get lonely. A lot of people, they get frustrated with their truck because their truck breaking down. They get frustrated with life, with their wife, with their kids, because their kids want them to be home, but they can't be home because they got to go out here and get this money. And then their wife want them to be home, but they can't be home. Or their husband want them to be home, but they can't be home. They got to get out here and get this money. And so they're trying to provide a platform for their, family and set up something, and set up a legacy, something they can leave behind. And that's who I've been talking to lately. A lot of the people I've been talking to lately have been thinking about legacy, like setting something up, like not for you to just make enough money so that you can survive or whatever, or so you can be comfortable. But I've been talking to people that wants to set up a legacy, leave something to their kids, and build a company so they can provide for their family and provide jobs for other people. And so that's a good thing. And so I want to tap on two things today while we're talking about that. Number one thing is that I want to talk about is set yourself up correctly. If you don't have yourself set up the right way, you won't be able to get everything that you need to get. You won't be able to obtain every blessing that you need to obtain because you're not set up the right way. Number one, if you don't have an EIN number, you can't even come to Landstar. You got to have an EIN. You got to set yourself up. So EIN, getting an LLC, set yourself up so that you can be, prosperous. So that's the first thing. Make sure that you set yourself up the correct way, whether it be get your EIN number, get your LLC, get you a office or a virtual office. Make sure that you get you something professional, like get you some business cards. There are different things that you can do to be able to market yourself. And one of the things is the most things that you can do is have something simple as a business card, because when somebody needs a load hauled or something, or when somebody needs a truck somewhere, guess what? If they got your business card right there, boom, they know to call you. They know which area you're in. They know what area you like to run, and you can write that on the business card. You just put it right there, And so when people need freight moves, guess what? It's a simple fix. It's something simple that don't cost that much money. You can get like 500 business cards for like $9. And so it's something simple that you can get that can get you some, some loads moved to different locations. And so think about that. Set yourself up the right way. A lot of people ask me, Larry, should I pay $10,000 down or $15,000 or $20,000 down for a truck? And I'd be like, man, that's a lot of money. Like, do you have any money in reserves? Do you have any business credit? I mean, what is your credit looking like? Do you have any personal credit? Are you all maxed out? Can you go to the bank and get a line of credit? I'm asking all these questions because you don't want to be to the point to where you go get you where you put all of your money down, then you don't have no money for maintenance. Okay? And so you want to be able to have some money for maintenance. And also you want to be able to set yourself up to where you're not using your personal credit. Some people, you may start off using your personal credit, but you can get to the point to where you can build your business credit to where you don't have to do anything with your personal credit. It'll be there, but you keep on building it until it gets to like an 850 or whatever. But you want to be able to get to the point to where you always can do things in your business name. That's why it's very important that you build your business credit up. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, guess what? I'm glad you asked me, because I'm in the process right now of creating a course so that I can start mentoring people, new drivers, older drivers who want to, people who want to be, truck investors, where they want to get some trucks and, put some people in them. They're trying to figure out what steps should they go and how should they do it, different stuff like that. And I'm just about to, just start mentoring people because I have a lot of knowledge. I don't have all the knowledge, but the thing about me is, if I don't have the answer, I know where to go get the answer from. Okay, so, and that, that's what I love. So when it comes to, you having your truck, you having your business, make sure you set. And that's not just with trucking, but that's with anything that you do. Man, you want to be able to set you up a business, set you up an LLC. I put a post on Instagram the other day, and it says, investing. It's talking about investing into your kids. It's talking about, going and, setting up an LLC for your kids and let them file a tax return on the LLC for like 4 years. And while they're filing the tax return on the LLC for like 4 years, what they can do after that is, you can be building the business credit or whatever, you can be having positive trade lines hitting, and they can be building their credit. So the time when they get out of high school, guess what? They got like an 800 credit score. They can go get basically anything. 820, 850, they credit scores up there. They already got history with their credit score. And I'm not talking about going to get a TV and everything like that. How many people done had people that done try to get stuff in their name before? or you done it yourself? Don't raise your hand. But yeah, man, you want to be able to set something up for your kids and leave a legacy. Because if you don't, who wants to leave nothing behind for their kids? Even if you don't have no kids and you have nieces and nephews, man, or you have some people around the neighborhood that you would just like to bless. Man, some people, man, you can, man, it's a whole bunch of ideas and stuff like this, but, you know, even if you don't have kids, take some kids around the community, take some of these young teenagers that's around the community, show them how to look at a load board and how to book freight, you know, show them how to dispatch, show them how to do, you know, just little bitty things that will help them later on in life. You know, like I'm teaching my kids now, you know, hey, be a business owner. Now, it's okay to go work for somebody for, you know, for a period of time as a what do they call it when you work for somebody? I said, you need to be the employer. You need to be employing people. And so, and however you need to do that, that's legal, you need to make sure that's happening. You know, because you're never going to get wealthy, you're never going to get rich by working a 9 to 5. You're never going to get more than enough by working a 9 to 5. And a lot of people, you know, they're comfortable with, you know, with where they're at, and that's fine for some people. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for me and my house, we going out the stratosphere. We trying to help a lot of people. And so, you know, I have goals not just only to help me and my family and leave a legacy to me and my family, but I also have godchildren and nieces and nephews, and I got these people that I mentor and stuff like that. I would love to help them. But you can't help nobody when you ain't got no money. So, but one of those things to where you can track in place, because it's important also that you have multiple streams of income. You know, like, I'll talk about that to the day I die. Because the thing is, you can have a truck, your truck may go down, but hey, you may have a tax business over here where you're doing taxes for somebody. You know, you're doing taxes for businesses and stuff like that, or for individuals. And so, even though it may be slow, or even though it just may be slow, even though it may be slow over here during tax season, winter season, or whatever, for trucks, guess what? The tax business is booming. And so that's an important thing to, you know, that's something important to do too. Also, you know, let's say like if you want to put money into a food truck, go over there and start that business. You see what I'm saying? And the thing, like, if y'all haven't read this book, it's by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's called The Four Quadrants or whatever. And it talk about the employee, the self-employed. They talk about the left and the right. So you got the employee, and think about making like a square, like not a square, but like a cross, like a T sign, like one, and then boom. Okay, so up here in this corner you have employee. Down here you have like self-employed. Up here you have business owner, and down here you have investor. Now, I'm sure that you know that most of the time, on the right side of the column, those are the people who really making the money. Okay? Now over here on the left side of the quadrants, yeah, the four quadrants, I think. It's by Robert Kiyosaki, but when you look it up, you'll see that little quadrant over there. But over here, the employee, you know, you barely making enough money, you know, to provide for yourself. You're barely making enough money to do anything. But down here, when it has self-employed, that's somebody, a lot of people, a lot of businesses are self-employed. Me, I'm self-employed. And you have a lot of other businesses that's self-employed. And the reason why you're self-employed, because the thing is, if you stop working, guess what happens? The money stops coming in, okay? And so that's not a good place to be in. So you want to build your credit, you want to build yourself to the point to where you can get over here to the top right-hand corner, okay, to business owner. When you become a business owner, and that's what some of you guys are wanting to do, when you become a business owner, what happens are a few things. Number one is you don't have to be there for the business to work. for the business to run. Okay. Number two, you still make money even when you're not there. Okay. Number three, when you have your own business, ain't nobody telling you what to do. You know, can't nobody tell you what to do. And so you want to be to the point to where can't nobody tell you what to do. You can take off when you want to take off. You can stop doing everything if you want to, and the business is going to still run. Perfect example of a business owner is Warren Buffett. And so, hold on. Woo! Oh yeah, boom! So, perfect example of a business owner is Warren Buffett. Now, Warren Buffett owns Berkshire Hathaway, okay, which is also investment company also. He owns Fruit of the Loom. What else do you own? Somebody put something down there. Warren Buffett owns Fruit of the Loom. He owns Dairy Queen. He owns what's the trailers? They done got into real estate and stuff now. And I just heard that he also owns Coke. He bought Coke. Okay. What else he owns? He owns but you know what? He owns several more companies also. But one thing about Warren Buffett is Warren Buffett don't show up to work every day saying, let me go to Coke. Now I gotta fly over here and go to Fruit of the Loom. Now let me go over here and let me do this. Let me go over there. Man, Warren Buffett don't have to work another day in his life. Even though he is like 80 something, 90. He don't have to work no more. The thing is, because he set up a system. And follow me here now. Follow me here. Follow me here now. I think I'm about to preach. Somebody key up for me. Somebody key up for me. So, the thing about, he set up a system, and that system, that system is able to be duplicated over here. No matter if you're in China, you may have to tweak it a little bit. No matter if you're in Japan, no matter if you're in the Middle East, no matter if you're in South America, no matter if you're in Antarctica or Northern America, okay? North America. And so that business can be duplicated. And that's where you want to be. You want to be on the right side of the quadrant, okay? Where you are a business owner, and then down below that is investor. Okay, now, when you talk about investing, anybody can be an investor. Anybody, okay? You can take $10 from your check, and if you can't take $10 from your check, or you can't take $50 from your check, or $100 from your check, and invest it in something, you need to create you a lane. You need to create you something that you can do to be able to provide, to be able to bring in some resources for you, so that you can start investing. You know, and you don't even have to use all that money right there. You can use some of that money. Let's say like you're over here, you're driving trucks, but you do like, let's say you sell cupcakes on the weekend or something. Well, if you make $300 every weekend selling cupcakes or candy apples, well, that's keep living off of that, the regular money that you're getting. Don't live off that $300. Take that $300 and invest it in something, and you're not gonna see no immediate turnaround like tomorrow, but later on down the road you will be securing something for your future, because the miracle in the math and compound interest is ridiculous. So you want to be able to do that. Another thing too is, when you go and get your truck, make sure you have a mechanic. Okay? Make sure you have a mechanic, and make sure, and the thing is, when you go find a mechanic, you're gonna have to do your due diligence to be able to go find someone who can look at trucks, who can fix trucks and stuff like that. And I hope you don't mind me telling this, but one of the things too is, like, when you start getting your own, when you have your own truck, maintenance is the main thing that's gonna keep your truck to the point of, you know, not breaking down all the time, maintenance, you know, doing pre-trips and doing, you know, post-trips and doing, you know, doing what is it? I done had a brain freeze. Doing pre-maintenance stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like going over your truck and stuff like that, and, you know, doing oil changes and stuff like that. You want to be able to do all that stuff to your truck, and you want to be able to have some. You don't want to take your truck to the TA every time you got something to be done to it. If you can find you a good mechanic somewhere, you're going to be saving you a lot of money. And even if you can do it yourself, I know me, I'm not with doing, you know, truck stuff, but if it's something small, I do it. But I don't want to tear nothing up. I'm not the well, I just don't want to work on no trucks. But when it comes to let's say like you start with Landstar, or you start your own trucking company, whatever whatever it is you're doing. If you start with Landstar, or you start with your own trucking company, let's say September the 1st, okay, what a lot of people would do is try to go out and try to stunt like Birdman and Lil Wayne and these rappers and stuff. They try to go out and they'll spend all of that money and don't put nothing back. You know what I'm saying? I would tell you, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna go and start a business or whatever, keep living like you're living. Keep living like you're living for at least 6 months to a year. Okay? Keep living like you're living. There's gonna be a sacrifice, but just keep on stacking the extra money that you get. Keep on stacking it up. Don't make no necessary lifestyle changes. You know, don't go and purchase a bigger house just because you got more money coming in. You know, go. First of all, what you need to do is start putting money back. Start putting money back, and you can put that money into a bank account or whatever. You know, and start stacking that, and then well, I ain't gonna tell you all the secrets, but you know, that's what you want to do. And you need to go find you 2 things: a bank and a credit union. No, a bank. A credit union is going to be more. They're going to be more lenient than a bank is. And a credit union is like a hometown feel. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get to walk up in there, know the guy, know the girl, know whoever it is you're dealing with, stuff like that right there. Banks are a little bit more cutthroat. Okay, but that's why it's good to have, you know, a bank account at a bank, and it's good to have it at a credit union. So, you know, make sure that you have you a bank account, and you know, just start stacking money in there. Start putting money in there, and because that's going to help you in the long run. Because most of the time, even if you get 2 or 3 trucks, most of the time your trucks ain't finna go down all at the same time. I was talking to a brother today from New York. Shout out to the brother from New York. But I was talking to him today, and I was telling him, man, even if you get like 10 or 20 trucks, or 30 or 40 trucks, maybe 50. You know, if you get 50 trucks, man, all the engines ain't finna blow up at the same time. If they do, the devil is really after you, and you need to make sure that you're doing some praying and fasting to try to see what's going on. You better start rebuking the devil, because he's trying to tear your stuff up. So, but most of the time, man, all your stuff ain't gonna tear up at the same time. You know. But you know, it's good to have that. It's good to have that grind, and it's good to, you know, talk to different people from different states. I done had calls all over the United States. I love it. I'm trying to find me a trucking conference to go to, or a logistics conference to go to. I know they got something next year, 2019. Trying to see if they got any for the rest of the year, which I probably won't go for the rest of the year anyway, because I'm busy stacking this paper. But yeah, you want to build yourself up and you know, start you want to get around some people who going in the same direction you going in. Get around people who going in the same direction you going in. The reason why is because the people that you're hanging around right now probably ain't the people that's gonna be helping you in your transportation journey. You know what I'm saying? Get around some people that's in transportation so that you can learn that. And then, you know, whatever else, you know, like if you're trying to be a nail technician, why are you gonna hang around people that do, you know, that cook burgers? You know, you need to change your crowd at least for a season so that you can start learning what you need to learn. You know, get you a mentor. Mentors are powerful. You know what I'm saying? Get you a mentor. And when you get that mentor, don't just talk that mentor to death and ask him questions about who, what, when, where, why, and how. But, you know, offer to, you know, pay for a lunch or something like that. Offer to give you know, pay them something a month or something. You know what I'm saying? Even the greatest people in the world have mentors. Some of the greatest motivational people in the world have mentors. Some of the greatest pastors in the world have mentors. Some of the greatest business people in the world have mentors. You got to have somebody that you can pull from, somebody who can look at you and see the and see where you can be where you can be better at in a certain area. You know, and that's why the Bible talks about it. Here we go. The Bible says that iron sharpeneth iron. And did you know that iron is the only thing in the world that can sharpen itself? So iron sharpens iron. And you know, sometimes when you're getting sharpened, you know, there's some friction right there. And the friction, you know, it makes things a little heated. You know, when you're getting sharpened, it starts getting a little heated. And so it may get uncomfortable, but you need to get to the point to where you get comfortable being uncomfortable. Say that with me. I need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Because when you're going to another level in your life, in your relationship, in your walk with God, whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I can almost guarantee you right now that the people that's still on here or the people that's listening, those are the people who want to be, you know, who want to, even the people that's going to listen to this. You know, man, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You got to be okay with being pulled in 100 directions. You got to be okay with being, you know, with having a schedule. You know, you can't say, hey, look, I want 50 trucks, but, and I want to have a fleet of trucks. Maybe if you don't want 50, you want 10. You can't say, hey, look, I want 10 trucks, but you don't want to do what it takes to get 10 trucks. You can't say, hey, look, I want 10 trucks, but I don't, but you can't even manage the one you got. You know what I'm saying? You don't even put no oil in the one you got. You still running out of fuel on the interstate with the one you got. You know, so you don't want to be to the point to where where you're holding your own self up, and most of the time that's what's happening. We're holding our own self up. Can I get a witness? Hello. So we're holding our own selves up because our laziness, number one, because sometimes we just don't know, and we're not even willing to take the initiative to go buy a book or to go pay a mentor or to go search out what we need to search out by building relationships with other people. You know, now I'm the type of person, you know, if you feel like you want to pay me, pay me. But when I get this course, I will be charged. But one of the things, if you get, I'm the type of person where, hey, look, you may not have it, okay? And if you don't have it, you know, I'm the type of person, hey, look, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you do, because I haven't always been at a place to where I can, you know, pay for some help. I haven't always been at a place to where I can, you know, pay for a mentor or, you know, give to a mentor or whatever. You know, I've heard this before, free has no value. You know, but if you pay for it, you'll do something with it. You know, but if you're talking to somebody and you got a mentor, you're meeting with them, you're talking with them on the phone, and you're asking all these questions, they telling you all the answers, and it's free, most of the time, people not going to do nothing with the information that you told them. But if they're paying for it, they're more likely to do something with the information because now they made a connection with it, and they made a connection with you, and it has connected to their wallet or their pocketbook. You know, it connected to their finances. So, yeah, it's important. It's important to have mentors. It's important to have people in your life that's going to push you to the level that you want to be. Okay? So, I know I probably got questions, but I can't answer no questions because I'm not going to be looking back and, you know, I'm going to stay focused on the road. But, what else was I going to talk about? La la la. Yeah, so I talked about, so two of the main things I want to talk about is just three of the main things is just, number one, legacy. Legacy. You know, make sure you leave a legacy to your kids. Make sure that you're training your kids right now. You know, and even if you don't have kids, your nieces and your nephews, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. You need to go and take some territory. You need to go and do more than what you was doing. And it, you know, it shouldn't take forever for this stuff to happen. It shouldn't take forever for you to, you know, for you to get to the place where you need to be. And number two is, you know, when you go out here and you start getting you a business, or it, like I said before, it don't even have to be trucking, but whatever business that you have, you know, keep living like you're living. You know, don't go and get no house or another car and stuff like that because it's going to put more strain on you. So just keep living like you're living. And so when you start when you start living like you're living, guess what's going to happen? You're going to find out that you're going to have more money in the bank accidentally than you ever could have had on purpose. So